What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Retro. I'm back with another video. Today this might be a different kind of format, considering like you can't see my whole body, because usually when I record it's like showing my stomach and kind of like my arms showing, and my arms are not showing. But yeah, bro, I'm recording my video like this because my internet hasn't really been the best. I'm looking to get a new one in a few days, a new little Wi-Fi box, but this is what we're going to be working with our consistency for the next few days or so. We're going to be doing a lot more things, and we're going to be trying our best. Well, I definitely know if my Wi-Fi is acting like this, then we are cooked for streaming. Like, it's going to be buffering, and it's just not going to be strong enough for us to stream. So we have to figure out what we're going to do. We're probably going to, get a new one. I'm dealing with Wi-Fi that kind of like, well, it's not a new Wi-Fi box. It's kind of like, it's temporary, but it's a situation that I really don't really care to get into that much. But yeah, it's just, we have to figure out something by like the end of this week. But yeah, we'll be okay. But today I kind of wanted to talk about my thoughts on Seth Rollins' faction. And let me tell you guys, I know we're like 2 months in, and WrestleMania was like, it was a few, 2 months ago? But at the same time, it's just, I'm not really feeling it, because it's just, the thing is, it's just, there's just certain things about this faction that's just, now, I understand, this is my expectations, and it's just my opinion and things like that, but this faction is just, I feel like everybody needs to benefit at this point. I'm so sick of factions where it's just benefiting one person. With the Bloodline, it benefited everybody. It benefited Roman, it benefited, in the Usos. Evolution benefited everybody. Everybody was champion. The Judgment Day benefited everybody, because everybody had gold. So it's hard for me to really understand, and fathom why this faction is just why it feels so dry to IWC fans. And yes, like I said, we're only 2 months into this whole faction, and hell, they probably still are building members and potential other people to they feel like that this faction is gonna really need, in terms of just the numbers, because these guys have created a lot of enemies in 2 months. And also we got that potential of just Roman Reigns coming back, and potentially Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso probably going after that faction and kind of just dominating from there and doing their thing. Yeah, since CM Punk's kind of out of the picture right now, with him facing John Cena at Night of Champions and stuff like that. So yeah, CM Punk is definitely out of the picture. But back to the main topic. It's just, Seth Rollins has had a faction before with the Authors of Pain and Buddy Murphy. And the faction, it just went nowhere. Now, I understand Seth and, Buddy Murphy or whatever, they were tag team champions. But, it didn't go nowhere from there. They lost it on their first defense. They, they went on to beef with the Mysterio family for almost a year. It just went nowhere. Seth Rollins is not great with factions, unless it's the Shield. The Shield is a legendary faction, but at the same time, he wasn't a leader. He wasn't a leader. He wasn't looked at as a leader. Roman was looked at as the leader, and everything is always to benefit Seth Rollins. Now, can I say the same thing for the Authority? I don't really think so, considering the fact that, that whole empire was kind of run by Triple H and having people protect him. He wasn't the leader just because he was World Heavyweight Champion. He was just, he was their pawn. He was what they used to get ahead. They saw something in him. And that was great. The factions that Seth Rollins doesn't run, or he's the champion in, the ones he doesn't run are the ones that's successful. Seth Rollins is not good at leading factions. I know all of y'all think Okay, he has Braun Breaker, who's a young and up and comer, Bronson Reed, who's a young and up and comer, this, and that, and the third. But at the end of the day, like, Seth Rollins' vision is to benefit himself. It is not to benefit those around him, like Roman Reigns did. Now, does this whole situation come off as hypocritical from Seth? Yes, considering the fact that, you know, he gave Roman all that shit for not being able to do anything without the bloodline and taking down the bloodline. But nigga, you're doing essentially what Roman's doing, except everything you're doing is benefiting yourself. Now, I'm not gonna repeat the whole points over and over and over again, but like, that's just kind of like the focus that everybody needs to, and the differences. That's the focus that everybody needs to put on when it comes to this whole faction that Seth Rollins is putting together. Like, it's just certain things that it's just not clicking. Well, for me specifically. I don't know about everybody else. Maybe they feel like Austin Theory needs to be in there. Carmelo, some people say Carmelo Hayes needs to be in there. Like, there's just, I'm just not feeling it. I know it's been 2 months, but that's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. And there's another YouTuber that feels the same way. That I'll probably, I don't really remember his name, but yeah, that's kind of how I feel about this whole faction. I feel like there needs to be more substance. I feel like there should be a different plan. And Seth Rollins holding the Money in the Bank contract, it just was a bad move considering the potential thing with Roman Reigns probably coming back and him causing Seth the championship and stuff like that. Like, it's just all potential stuff like that. So yeah, it's just this faction. Braun Breaker doesn't need Seth. Bronson Reed sure as hell doesn't need Seth. And Paul Heyman, out of all people, does not need Seth. Considering this is Paul Heyman we're talking about. But at the same time, like, Paul Heyman is probably just advising his wisdom on these people. That's what I just feel like. Because we all know Paul Heyman is like one of the biggest snakes in like wrestling and shit like that. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Hopefully y'all understand what I'm saying. I understand I've been a little bit inconsistent, but you know what I'm saying, we work through it. We'll deal with what comes with these barriers, and yeah, we will get through it. And yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I know what I said probably ain't gonna really get through a lot of people, but at the same time, it'll really just, I'm not saying that people are dumb, by the way, but I'm saying that, like, you know what I'm saying, with my words and how I kind of like change topics and the way I kind of speak, it's not gonna like get out to a lot of people as well. But yeah, that's the end of this video. You know what I'm saying, hopefully you guys enjoyed. No edits, no nothing. And yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next vid. Peace.